Hey teacups, welcome to another live episode of Tea with Teash podcast. I'm your host Teash, and today we have South Carolina recording artist Nick Peezi. He gonna be sliding through for this tea talk and cognac conversation about his music, his journey, and also what music genre he feels like he ties into. I also wanted you guys to hear his new song with Miss Storm, and it's called "Must Be Him." And now I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's this Southern soul movement that has been going through the Midwest. I don't know if you guys are hip to it or been on to it, but it's pretty lit. It's pretty dope. I like the whole boots on the ground situation that's happening right now, and that's what this kind of gives you, like a old juke joint vibe with your cowboy hat, your boots, and all that on, and you all off in the corner with the person that you dig real tough. So now I see Nick on the screen. We're gonna get him involved. That way he can tell you about his new banger because it really is like that. So I'm going to grab him and then we're going to go ahead and get started. How we do. So we're just going to play a little bit while we give him a nice introduction. Nick.
Hey,
So we
yo,
finally able to connect. What's going on?
hey, too much. How you?
I'm good. I'm good. So I was telling everybody
Yeah,
we're going to get into your music, especially this banger right here, Must Be Him featuring Miss Storm. I fucks with it. I like it.
I appreciate it, man.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, with you and Miss Storm working together, how did you first of all come up with a dope hit, and then how did you figure to tie her into it?
So basically, shout out to my manager, Ife. He the one who put it together. Um, he noticed her before I was able to even know who she was. So he was like, "Yo, I just met this dope artist named Miss Storm. She's a total package. I think y'all gonna be dope." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Reach out to her, and the rest is history. I reached out to her, and I got to listen more into her music, went down a rabbit hole, and I love what I heard. I was like, "Yo, I had just did that song probably like 3 weeks before that, so I've been sitting on it." And I was like, "Yo, I think she gonna be the one to put on it." So I sent it to her. She heard it. And she like, "Yeah, hell yeah, let's do it." You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It was
Okay.
what's up. Yes,
Well,
mine.
that's a cool turnout. She was
Yeah,
on the show a little bit ago, and we definitely got to premiere her song all night long.
yeah,
And when I tell you this Southern Soul movement that's been coming through the city has been ridiculous, and
yeah,
I'm here for it. So it definitely gives you
yeah.
that whole boots on the ground vibe. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
I appreciate, man. And that's the hometown as well. So it's definitely a vibe, man. I'm here to ride that train, yo.
Okay. All
So,
right. So, um, how long have you been in the music game? It could have been a long time. I'm getting this vibe that you've been working a whole lot. So, how
yeah,
long would you want to let everybody know that you've been in the game so far?
man. I've been doing music for a good 2.5 decades now, man.
Okay.
I started making beats at a young age, at like 15, and then from making the beats, I always sung church choir and stuff like that. So once I got older and I started figuring it out for myself, whether I want to do gospel or R&B, it kind of just led to R&B, and then I've been doing it ever since then. Had my first productions on the radio at like 17. My cousin was real popular out in our city, named Billy O. He's an R&B singer, and the production, like that's my key, man. I just took it and went with it with the singing, man. I've been just doing it for it's been doing it for a good 2.5 decades now, yo. I'm in my mid 30s now, so yeah, that's where we at with it.
Okay, so do you feel like right now you coasting, like your motion is really at that point where it's kind of getting out there a little more, like all the work that you've done, do you feel like you can see it in front of you now?
Yeah, man. Like it's been a lot of trials and tribulations, man, and just learning the right way to do things over all these years of doing it. I mean, I was just like everybody else, had a hard head, wanted to do it my way, and I wasn't seeing the results, and I was just like,
Hmm.
I need to know better to do better. So I started,
Yeah, for
you know
sure.
what I'm saying? So I started seeing a lot of other artists, doing certain things that I wasn't doing. I was like, yo, well, how you get your music on iTunes and how you get your music on the radio and stuff like that. And it was just like somebody had put me in had introduced me to this consultant lady down here in the city. Her name is Shamel Jones, and she is like the dopest when it comes to getting your paperwork and stuff like right with your music. I had no idea. I'm already
Yeah,
like
that's a real thing. You gotta
right,
have all your ducks in a row, man.
yeah, so I'm like already like 12 years in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
Like
wasted a lot of
a
time.
lot of time, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know most of those 12 years I was young, but still, like if I would have knew at a young age, like I would have, it would have, I would have been on by now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's very important to know the knowledge and the business of this music game for real. Like
Hmm.
knowing how to do your paperwork and making sure that you crossing all your T's and dotting all your I's, yo. 'Cause
Yeah.
that stuff it really does matter, for sure. So
Absolutely. And this is one of those moments where you can say better late than never because you could
yeah,
have still been walking around in the dark, not really knowing
man,
how to protect yourself, your brand, your music, how to really push your music, and
right.
most importantly, in 2025, how to create content for your music.
That's a
You know what I'm
fact.
saying? A
Yes,
lot of us closer to 40, over 40, we really don't know the proper way to post your content and how to
right.
really advertise and how to
Hmm.
market. So now that you know those things, what have you been doing to really implement all around the board when it comes to new music or even old music that you weren't even able to really properly put out?
Man, I dug into this content creation, man.
Yeah.
I hate to say content curation because I curate content.
Hmm.
It's the other way around for me. Like, and everybody can't do that, and it's very like pivotal that you learn to do that. You gotta stay consistent. So a lot of consistency with that as well. But
Yeah.
I got tired of paying all these guys, man, all this money, man, to do my videos and do photo shoots. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? There's always an extra price on top of stuff. Like they tell you one price and it's like, well, you want something else detailed. Well, yeah, I could do that, but it's gonna cost this. I'm
It's
like,
gonna run you.
you know what I'm
It's gonna
saying?
run you.
And I get it. It's business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get it. But I'm just like, man, when I've been spending bread with people for years, you would think it'd be a little bit of silver lining, a little bit like,
Right.
because I'm not gonna BS you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna always pay what it is, but it
Yeah.
is what it is. It's about that dollar at the end of the day. But I had to learn how to do it myself, and I've been falling in love with it. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I've been really getting into this camera work. Um, Editing real good and stuff like that. So that's one thing. Of course, trying to get to these like these different like brands and stuff, like put my stuff on different alleyways and stuff. Like even me and you, for instance, like doing more podcasts stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's been like another great key to really pushing your music for real. Because I mean, you gotta push your music and get it everywhere, man. Like, and that's been what I really like to give anybody advice on, man. Put your music everywhere, man, and
Yeah.
link with these with the small fries and the big fries, man, and find yourself in that middle, man, and it's gonna take off, man, for sure.
And it definitely helps, to be a part of different podcasts. I mean, definitely be selective about who you align with. But with me being here in Kansas City, Missouri, your music reached all the way down this way. So I
Yeah,
feel like the more people you connect with on that aspect of it, it'll
right.
definitely hit hard and it'll really expand your reach. Um, a lot of people are not too keen with podcasts because some podcasters they really get outside of what the topic is and then it gets nasty, it gets raw, it gets real.
Yeah,
That ain't what I came to do type of thing. So you
right.
really have to be careful who you deal with on that level. Like I said, we're gonna get into it all. With that said, I was gonna hold out, but what music genre do you feel like you tie into? Or would you create your own genre?
I would probably say for me, I'm definitely R&B, hip hop heavy. This is my first Southern Soul record ever,
Okay.
and it took off. And but I definitely do a lot more of the R&B melodic type of feel. but I kind of knew I could step into the lane, so that's why I gave it a shot, and it took off. You know what I'm saying? It's
It
taking.
sure did. It really did. When I first heard it, I said, you know what? I'm going to have to get him on the show. I'm going to have to push this song because it gives you, like I said, it gives you one of those juke joint vibes where you off in the corner with some young lady or some young man that you like, damn, I've been watching you all night. And then you put them clickers together and next thing you know, y'all kissing or
Right.
something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But every time I listen to it, that's what I get. And Miss Storm, she did her thing on this record.
Right.
She
Yes,
really, y'all
yes.
together made it work. I love it.
Man, hey, it's like we've been making music forever. Like when it was, it went, it just our voices and styles went together so well on the record, man. And like I said, I didn't know who she was, dog. And it was like, yo, as soon as we did that track together, man, it was like, yo, like, damn, you ain't know her? Like, nah, I just met her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That
Like,
was divine intervention for y'all to get together.
right, yeah,
Yeah, I made a banger with that. So
yes,
you
man,
recently performed on is it We Fam Unplugged session?
yeah.
How did that come about? Because I did get a chance to tap into that video.
Mhm.
What brought all that together?
So once again, just trying to like branch out and try to get on some bigger platforms as well.
Yeah.
Um, and like I said, a lot of these platforms is not expensive like a lot of people think they are, man. Like when you really do your research and just reach out to these folks, man, you can get on anything you seeing online. You can get on these stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not just
Mhm.
it to people who got record deals. Independent artists, y'all can go anywhere you want to go now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The goal is to stay independent. I mean, the deals are cool, but if it don't make sense, then it's not gonna make no dollars, man. And
Mhm.
when you sign them deals, man, you gotta you better really read over what you
Yeah,
sign.
and a lot of people don't because when you're trying to get on, all you know is I'm on the scene now. My face is gonna be here and there. I'm
Right?
getting these checks, but you don't really know what comes along with that. Like I had seen, I think it was Slim Thug. He had something to say about Don Richards' whole
Yeah.
situation that was within Vogue, and
Right.
he gave a lot of game as far as independent versus being signed. Like how
Right.
a lot of your money can be taken from you. You get very minimal,
Yeah.
and then next thing you know, you broke.
Bruh.
And it's a whole lot of hard work that go into independent artistry, but it's worth it in the end because you own all your masters.
Everything, publishing, right?
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff, man. That is key.
Yeah.
You can do it yourself. Like all
Right.
these record labels ain't doing nothing different than you will do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just got a bigger bag at the time. And
And then I mean, but that brings us all the way back to knowing your paperwork, knowing the
yeah,
process,
that
knowing what's
too.
going on, because they'll tell you anything just to get you on the scene. But you don't see the small print and all that has going on too, because all you know is we get ready to move out the hood.